Dufferin-Caledon. The opinions expressed in the following programs are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of Rogers nor Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Welcome to another episode of In Conversation with Alethia. My name is Alethia O'Hara-Stephenson, host of the show. This show is about having conversations with amazing individuals in our community that are doing tremendous things, inspiring things. The show will educate, it will empower you, and it will inspire you. In today's episode, we're going to talk about business, family, and community. And I am honored to have the amazing, dynamic power couple, the Jameses, here in the studio with me today. Andrew and Juli-Anne boast a very impressive resume. They are both the recipient of the Town of Shelburne's highest award, which is the Community Excellence Award. They are the founders and operators of Town Teas, and of course, the founders of Streams Community Hub. We're going to get into all of that as we go through today's show. So please join me in welcoming Andrew and Juli-Anne to the show. Thank you so much for being my guest today.
Thank you so much. It's our pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Awesome. It's incredible to have, amazing community leaders like yourselves, giving back and building the community. But before I get into the show, I'd like our viewers to hear a little bit more about each of you. So I'm going to start off with you, ladies first.
Okay.
So Juli-Anne, can you share with our audience a little bit more about your background? You've got a tremendous resume, right? So I'd love to hear a little bit more about your background, your resume, and then we'll dive into it further.
Okay. Well, I was born in Alberta, and I grew up in St. Lucia. It's an island in the Caribbean, for those who don't know. It's a little dot in the Caribbean Sea. So I grew up in St. Lucia. I'm the last of 5 kids of my parents, and I grew up surrounded by entrepreneurs. My father was even though he came from humble beginnings, he was very entrepreneurial, and so we had bakeries, we had a hotel. He founded the first insurance company on the island of St. Lucia. So I grew up taking dictation, attending board meetings, and whatever else he could get me to do for free. So that's my background growing up in St. Lucia. And because I'm Canadian born, it ended up being a lot more cost effective for me to come back to my country of birth to pursue my studies at university. So when I was 19, I came back to Canada, attended York University. I followed a program of study in commerce and specialized in marketing. And a series of events led me to work for a global wealth management company, where I now serve as a senior communications consultant. So I know you say it's a tremendous resume, but that's really the long and short of it.
That's incredible. And I'm going to come right back to you. But sure. Andrew, again, you have another impressive resume, and I know you've spent time in the arts and on Broadway and all of that great stuff. Can you share with us, your journey and a bit of your resume?
Yeah. Born and raised in Mississauga, and went to high school in Meadowville, graduated with the Performing Arts Award for my graduating year, and went to California to an acting competition in my last year of school, and from there got accepted into a post-secondary school in New York. So moved to New York, studied acting out there. Bunch of crazy, fun, wild antics, met a lot of crazy, cool people. And then all of a sudden I felt like I needed to come back home.
Right.
I thought I was never gonna come back to Toronto. But I came back to Toronto, got connected with a local church and a youth group. And I quickly saw the path I think that, God had me on, which was all the experience with, the acting and arts. I found that I could use it as a tool to connect with young people. And so this was 2000, that's when, you know, I started on this journey of using the arts as a tool to connect with young people. Started my own management company, did some national events, had a national magazine.
Wow.
Yeah, a bunch of different things, and then found this person here.
Oh.
And now we're here.
And now we're here. Yeah, that's the real quick, short version of it. But
That's incredible. And when I said power couple, I meant that in every sense of the word. And you complement each other so well, right? I just look at the dynamic between the both of you right now. I absolutely love it. And there's excellence, you know, between both of you and, you know, with both of your families. And I'm going to give your brother, you know, some credit because, you know, he was recently inducted into the Mississauga Music Hall of Fame, right?
Yes.
That is a huge accomplishment. You must be so proud. So congratulations to him.
Thank you so much. It's a very proud moment for the entire family. Anybody who knows what it's like to grow up in the West Indies, you know that there isn't a lot of access to opportunities, especially in the arts. And so for him to have achieved this is truly remarkable, and we are so proud.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
And clearly, you know, you are, you know, sowing seeds of excellence yourself, right? You are both the recipient of the Town of Shelburne's Community Excellence Award. What was that achievement like for you?
Amazing, but at the same time, we feel like we have so much more that we want to offer to the town. And so I'll echo some of what my brother said in his speech when he was accepting his star, that we really plan to continue to work hard to continue to earn that award.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
Anything to add to that, Andrew? I know.
No, yeah. I mean, we feel like, we just scratched the surface.
Yeah.
We got, I guess, big visions in our mind, and as much as we are doing excellent things, as you say, which we appreciate, we see so much more for the community, and not just for us, but like us being a part of all the other people who are doing amazing things in our community. And just,
And you know, you talk about big vision. We're going to get to that big vision in the second segment, so hold that thought.
Yes.
I want to focus on the arts and the importance of arts, right? You know, I have a daughter who spent many years doing dance, and so, you know, I have some experience understanding, you know, the discipline that comes with the performing arts. But from your perspective, your experience, you know, what is the significance behind, you know, someone studying the arts, and what are the benefits?
Ladies first.
No
So
worries.
I think when I think about it, art in any form, and we are very multidisciplinary in our approach to arts, and I think arts in any form, especially for young people, any art that you create is a unique expression that comes from you. It's almost something that you can consider sacred. So for young people, when they have the opportunity to create something and to express something that is so unique to them, and then put that out there and have other people affirm it, you're doing more than just affirming a piece of art. You're actually affirming the whole person. And so I think that is the root of why we think it's so important to give young people the opportunity to explore so many different facets of the arts, so that they can kind of discover, what is my unique thing? For some it may be cooking, for some it may be singing, for some it may be getting on stage. And our intention, of course, in everything we do around the arts is not necessarily to create or to discover the next Beyonce or, you know, the next Mozart.
Right.
But really it's to focus in and help young people to connect with that sense of self, and also get the opportunity to be affirmed in that way as part of a creative community, because I think that really helps with personal development and
Absolutely.
and all of that.
Yes. And you see the confidence that you know comes out once they're able to go on stage or, you know, produce a piece of art themselves, right? They're confident and they start to blossom, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. And it lends itself to other areas of their life that may not necessarily have to do with the arts, where they may need to have that confidence to step up in front of the classroom to do a presentation or something like that, and they feel that they feel empowered to do it because of their experience in the arts.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, for you, Andrew, I know you talked about the fact that you had the chance to go to California and, you know, performed and you were able to get the scholarship. What initially got you started in the arts?
I love Michael Jackson, huge Michael Jackson fan. Moonwalking down the hall in high school, in elementary school, and then in high school, and did a lot of talent shows in elementary school. When I got to high school, I was like, I'm not going on that stage, you know, just intimidated by the other grades. And there was this teacher that saw some potential in me. And
Say his name.
Mr. McDonald, Mr.
Wow.
Steve McDonald, I'll never forget him, basically hunted me down period after period, class after class, to be a part of the school's production of Fame as one of the lead roles, which I finally gave into. And I realized the power of the arts. I realized that, being on this stage really helped to give me a sense of belonging, a sense of identity, and a sense of purpose, and it really, I guess, streamlined the rest of my life. So yeah, it was really, just being a class clown and this teacher recognizing that it wasn't, that I could do more than just, be a potential A student, but end up with B's and C's,
Right.
And channel that energy into becoming something greater, something more. So that's
important.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And you know what I'm hearing? There's a common theme with teachers, right? On the very first episode, Steve Anderson talked about a teacher,
Yes.
got him on the path of being a lawyer. And here you are again speaking about Mr. McDonald, who was, able to create that path for you, or, put you on that right path. So that's incredible, the role that teachers play in a young person's life. So
Absolutely.
shout out to all the teachers out there and educators and arts educators like yourselves, right? Who are creating great things for our young people. When you talk about, again, looking at how far you've come on your journey, what is your legacy that you'd want to leave behind? I know we're going to talk about streams later, but from your perspective, what is the legacy that you want to leave behind for your children even?
Yeah, I think, when we just talked about teachers, and we always talk about the fact that, if there is someone who goes on to discover some talent inside of them and they go on to achieve something great, if they are accepting their award and they say, Andrew James saw me running around the neighborhood and said, why don't you come and do this arts program? And that's how I started, and that's what led me here. I think we would have done our job, even if it's just for the one person. So I think, when I think about our legacy, I think we strive, just as Andrew has described that moment, that teacher and the impact of his actions, I think we strive to be as impactful in the individual life of a young person. For me, that's...
And just expanding on that, I think we just want to be the outlet or the environment that helps to fan that flame inside of everybody,
Right.
And really help people recognize that they can do anything that they put their mind to, that they have purpose, that they have potential, and creating an environment for them to explore their passions, help them to find that purpose. So I just want to, I want to set people on fire, set them ablaze in their purpose in life. I think that would be the best.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And, I'm thinking, there's a direct correlation too between, individuals who are on their path, fulfilling their purpose, whether it's in arts or, even athletics, right? When that discipline is in place, there's a direct correlation between their academic output.
Absolutely.
Right? And so it's incredible. No matter what you're doing, you're absolutely able to achieve. So I absolutely love it. I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
You have 3 young girls. Are they inspired by the arts as well, or they're creating their own path in left field?
So far, they have proven to be very creative young ladies. We have one daughter in particular who really is very skilled and talented in the area of art, visual art, and so she draws some amazing things, and I know she didn't get it from me. So I don't know if you would claim that, but I don't know where she got it from. But they do, and we have our eldest daughter really loves the stage. She's really taken to the stage, and it's incredible to see because she has a certain discipline when it comes to the arts. If she knows that she's part of a production, even if she's sick, she'll say, I'm going to go lay down and just see if I can feel better because I know I have to go to rehearsal. She really looks forward to it, you know what I mean? So they all are creative girls.
Wonderful. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We're going to pick up the conversation and talk about Streams in a minute. Yeah. So we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk about Streams Community Hub.
Listen, you have a passion for something, so my passion was cooking, and Rogers allowed me to share my passion with everybody. And it is work, it is commitment, but it doesn't feel like it, right? When you're up there, you're doing it, you're presenting it, Love every minute of it. Absolutely. And I thank Rogers for allowing me to share my passion with the community. Yeah.
This is Rogers TV.
Welcome back to In Conversation with Alethia. In this segment, we're going to talk about Streams Community Hub. And with me in the studio, of course, is Julian and Andrew James from founders of Streams Community Hub. So when we talk about Streams Community Hub, can you give us the background? What essentially is Streams Community Hub? I know it's an arts-based program, but for our audience, what is it?
Yeah, well,
over to you.
Yeah, Streams. Yeah, I guess in short, it's an arts-based, youth-focused, creative arts charity that creates creative art experiences for youth. In short, it's a place where we can ignite imagination, where we can inspire, and we can
enrich the community.
Yeah, enrich the community through the arts.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
And you have a wide variety of arts-based program, right? So
Yes.
I think this summer you were able to introduce the students to, is it djembe drums?
Yeah.
Oh
We
my
had 16 programs this summer. So they did djembe drums, they did singing, they did sewing, they did baking, they did visual arts, they did dramatic arts, photography.
They played the ukulele.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
They
cinematography. It was the whole gamut of the arts this year. But yeah, we just want to be able to expose youth that may not be, have ever seen a djembe drum or ever played a ukulele or ever sewed before. Definitely this year, like none of these kids have ever, seen a sewing machine. And so just expose them to all these different opportunities and, again, like we said, like help them to find their thing, help them to find something that will interest them and give them direction in life.
Yeah. That is absolutely incredible. Now, your charity organization is based in Shelburne, but you're serving pretty much all of Dufferin County, right?
Correct.
Yeah, we had kids coming from every area
Of Dufferin County.
of Dufferin County. And even not last year because of COVID, but the year before that, our coding camp, we had one
From Peel.
coming from Brampton every
We
morning.
had one this year too, from Mississauga.
From Mississauga, coming
That's
every
a
morning
trek.
to be a part of our program. So, we take some pride in providing something I think that's unique to Dufferin County and definitely fresh and exciting.
Yeah.
That is it, very exciting. I mean, just hearing the passion behind, the program that you've created, and I've seen some of the students who have been able to come out and participate. I was there, I was honored to have a little tour this summer, right? And see the incredible work that is taking place in the studio, what was the vision behind coming up with Streams Community Hub? Because this is incredible what you guys are doing.
Wow.
Yeah. I think Andrew has like a really deep background, as he shared. In we met in youth ministry. We've always worked with young people, and this is just an evolution of different things that he and I have worked on in the past to really engage young people in the arts, but also in just productive, engaging, fun activity to help them connect to themselves and to their purpose. So I think when we moved into Dufferin County, we moved to Shelburne with our very young family. I think we became very aware very quickly that if you're not into sports and you're not an athletic child, there isn't a lot going on, right? And so we sort of said, well, what's in our hands? How can we respond to this vacuum that's here? And so that's how Streams Community Hub was born. We started with summer camps because that was what we could immediately and quickly do and implement, and it's just been growing from there.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been in operations for?
We incorporated in 2016.
Holy.
Yeah, our first camp was in the summer of 2017, and we've grown every year, trying to really catch up to the need and build capacity so that we can make room for more and more kids. Of course, right now we're moving from seasonal programming, just summer camps and spring break camps and that sort of stuff, to moving into after-school programming and to be available to our community year-round. Yeah.
That's incredible. And you do have some returning campers, right, and students who
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. This year we had 240 registrations.
Yeah.
And that's 160 unique kids. Some of the kids came back for,
Right.
for
Multiple sessions.
weeks. But yeah, I mean, every year we sell out. We sold out in 3 hours this year
This
when we
summer.
opened up registration. So yeah, the demand is definitely there, and we want to be able to serve as many kids as we can.
It's
So-
extremely rewarding to see them come back and to be able to be part of their journey of growth and to see
Yes.
them really grow. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've had campers become volunteers,
Yeah.
and now helping out and hopefully become facilitators and
Yeah.
teaching different
Yes.
classes. So
Yeah.
we love that whole process of just growing with them. So
And that's a great way too of teaching or your young volunteers, right? The way of paying it forward,
Right.
Yes.
right? So they grew up in the program and now they're having the opportunity to give back to something that they benefited from tremendously, which is incredible,
Yeah.
right? You're
Yeah.
setting them up for success further in
Yeah.
the future with the skills that you're now imparting on them. So I absolutely love it. It's quite incredible. Is the program free of charge for the students who are participating?
So this summer, thankfully, because of a grant, we were able to do the entire summer program for free to the community. So that, when we started out the organization, we really started it with that vision of being able to offer these programs for free. Because we were starting from scratch, we couldn't do it. So we were really, really happy to be able to realize that this summer. But in general, there is a cost to programs. We try to keep the cost really low. And what we do on top of that is we offer subsidies and scholarships. So if there's a family who can't afford it, they can either opt to pay 50% of the price or they can apply for a full scholarship. And we're very, very proud to say that to date, we have never had to turn down a request for a scholarship, and we'd like to keep it that way.
Wow, incredible. And speaking of scholarships, this year, for the first time, you were able to offer a scholarship to a youth post-secondary student, right,
Yes.
who's participating in the arts, which is
Yes.
absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So you are impacting lives on so many different levels, which is incredible. I want to talk about some of your accomplishments to date. And, I think I've heard some, but the scholarships and the number of students that, have been able to participate in your programs so far since 2016. What are some of your other major accomplishments that you can share and celebrate with our audience?
Yeah, so definitely the number of students is one. I think we've served just about over 350 students from children and youth from Dufferin County. And that doesn't include those who have served as volunteers with us, and I know we've clocked in the thousands of volunteer hours from them. So that's definitely one of them. In January 2020, before COVID hit the world, we presented to Town Council of Shelburne, and we asked them to donate land, basically, for us to construct a purpose-built youth arts hub. And we got unanimous support for that. And so that's one of the things that we're really excited about and really working hard to work towards being able to construct that facility and create a place that will make Shelburne the envy of our neighbors.
Wow, that's incredible. And huge accomplishments right there. And I believe this year you're also working on your own space.
That's correct.
Yeah.
In the interim.
This October, we will be opening the doors to construction of our own interim space, 3,600 square feet. It's going to have different classrooms. It's going to have a
training kitchen.
little kitchen we can do our culinary classes in. And we're also going to have town teas in there.
Nice.
And so we want to really focus on hiring youth and just giving them opportunity to do graphic design and learn about how to run a business. And run that all out of the facility on Colonel Phillip.
Yeah, in Summerhill Plaza.
Wow, absolutely incredible stuff, guys. When you look at, how far you've come again with Streams and all of your accomplishments, I know there's a team behind you guys, right? Of volunteers and supporters and your board members.
Yes.
How do you, other than the support, how do you attribute the success, right?
Yeah, I think beyond our board members and volunteers, which I have to say our board and our volunteers are really a very passionate, energized group of people. Like our volunteers, I don't know, they drink some different kind of water, but they're really great. I think the community has really rallied behind us, and you know, every time we post something, you can tell there's always someone there to encourage us in the mission, and I think that's because there has been that vacuum there, right? The community recognizes how vital this is for children and youth in Dufferin County. So that community support has really been valuable. There are times when, you know, the work is hard and you're tired, but there's always some comment that really keeps you going. And so that's been a valuable source for us.
Yeah. It's always rewarding when you hear parents say, you know, my kid is challenged, you know, has challenges in school, and yet comes to camp every morning ready to face the day, gets up every morning and is excited to be there, and has never seen their child disengaged. And so those are things that really make us feel like, yeah, you know, it's worth it, because we're adding value to a child's life. So.
Wow. There's so much to unpack in you know, what you're doing with Streams, but in the essence of time, can you share with us what your, you know, long-term vision is for Streams? You know, where do you see things going from here?
Yeah, well, as we said, we're moving into this interim space. We're hoping that over the next 4 to 5 years that we'll be able to deepen our relationships with the community and provide more programming for the community, and then raise funds so that we can build our own community hub that will be a house for not just youth, but for artists as well, to be able to have a space to create and do their thing. And I mean, it would be awesome if we could duplicate this, you know, in
other rural areas, other underserved areas, for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a big picture, I guess. But,
I love it. I absolutely love everything that you guys are doing, and it would be fantastic, yes, to see, you know, the work replicated in another area, right? And Dufferin County itself is quite large, and possibly even outside. So this is fantastic. I'm going to ask you guys. I'm going to close out on, you know, something fun.
Okay.
You're both arts-based, and I'm going to challenge you guys now. When you're at home just chilling, relaxing, what music do you listen to?
Oh, man.
Well, we do karaoke a lot.
Okay.
As a family.
That's our go-to.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of...
It's so hard to choose. Like, we listen to pretty much everything.
We do listen to a lot of stuff.
A little bit of everything. It would be too hard to narrow it down.
Yeah.
Although Michael Jackson,
Lionel Richie, a lot of old soul, Anita Baker. What are the songs that you sing? India Arie, you know, Tony Braxton.
Okay.
So these are songs. I'm highlighting her playlist of karaoke songs.
I heard that. What are the songs that you sing? So that tells me that you're a singer.
Yes.
I love to sing.
Yes.
Singing is an outlet for me.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what we do to unravel and just relax.
Yeah.
I love it. That's incredible, guys. You know what? I'm going to close the show on a high note.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming and sharing your journey with us, sharing your background with us, and talking about Streams. And I can't wait to see what you guys accomplish in the near future. So thank you so much. Congratulations on all that you've accomplished.
Thank you.
And I'd love to have you on again in the future.
We love it.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for the
us.
opportunity.
You're welcome. There you have it, folks. Another episode of In Conversation with Alethia. Join us next time for other amazing guests as we talk about amazing things that are happening in our community. See you next time. Thank you.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
It was our 35th anniversary. To celebrate, we were on our way to Mama Rosie's, where we had our first date. That's when we heard, coming from the radio,